they lay a bunch of eggs. Every day it seems like they're putting out eggs. Need I say more about trapping small game than hickory tree? Trap down in. But you don't see many trucks like that on them hunting shows, do you? Hood up, full of wood in the back. Hey everybody, sorry about the wind, a little windy out here today. Giving you guys a garden update. I've had some people say, hey, what about that garden? What about that garden? I'm going to give you an update right now. If you haven't been following me on Around the Cabin, you probably ain't been catching the garden updates because I've been doing them live on Around the Cabin. But some things have changed probably since I posted the videos on here. My corn failed, so I went back and planted a peaches and cream corn. It's a 70-day corn. I planted it last month, so hopefully in October I'll be getting some corn. I went with better seed. A buddy of mine had some leftover seed, and he doesn't save it for the next year. He just goes and buys more. So he said, hey, I got some seed for you if you need it. Got that in the ground. It's coming along pretty good. Now we entered a hot spell. The first one of the summer. Here it is, August 21st or 22nd, somewhere around there, and it's finally almost 100 degrees, might hit 100 degrees today, so we've been kind of spoiled all year. So I've been having to water them pretty good in the evening, sometimes in the morning, but it's coming along great, looking good. Looking a whole lot better than the cheap seeds I bought with my other corn. Don't go cheap. Sometimes, when you're going with seed, spend that extra dollar, get some good seed. Bell peppers are doing great. They kind of slowed down at one point, but now they're picking back up, giving them lots of water. These raised beds are really producing for me. You can see that with the tomatoes. Here at the tomato patch, you can see over here, that one was as tall as the one behind it, but it all fell in. It got so heavy that it fell in. I've got you can see right here, it fell over that way. I'm a stake kind of guy. I tie them to stakes, but when they get that big, I really should have some cages built. I'm gonna put that. I got a lot of plans for next year. This plan is working, but I think I can make it better. I think I can improve the watering system cheaply and effectively, and I'm going to get away from these stakes and kind of do a cage thing, but I'm working on it, and of course I'll take y'all with me when it happens. Tomatoes are doing great, okay? I've already made over 20 pints of salsa. I got 4 quarts of stewed tomatoes. So, and I've still got tons of tomatoes on the vine. Tomatoes doing good. The ones in the back here, they're pretty ugly. They did not do well. They got big and died. I think it was the watering system. My sprayer that spins around was hitting them pretty hard, and right where it was hitting them, I don't know if it killed them or what happened. Something happened. All the sucker leaves died off, and they just quit producing. So they're starting to come back now. I hit them with a little rabbit poop, been watering them, and they're coming back a little bit, but they just didn't do that well. If I would have had my whole garden in the ground, I don't know if it got too wet this year. I'm just glad I had the raised beds, because the ones in the raised beds are doing fantastic. I had one plant, oh man, it fell over too. It had so many tomatoes on it. I can't, at least 10 pounds of tomatoes on that one plant. Just everywhere. It's crazy. Jalapenos are doing good. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I've got all that salsa in there. I'm going to plan on making one more batch of salsa, which is about 7 or 8 pints. And then I'll probably be done with the salsa. The rest is going to go into stewed tomatoes, chili tomatoes, something like that. The jalapenos, I think I'm going to try my hand at some jalapeno jelly. I don't know, we'll see. My cucumbers, They're back there looking brown. I just let them die. I'm tired of pickles. I've done enough pickles. I've got plenty of pickles, so that $1 I spent on seeds has been well worth it, of course. Back there, I took out my beans. I've planted squash and pumpkins. My pumpkins died. Some little squash beetle or something got into them, and man, it hurt them, killed them off. So, no pumpkins. But I am going to try and get some pumpkins and make some pumpkin butter this year. Anyway, this little old garden, producing great, getting plenty of food for us. I could probably sell some of the pickles. I've got so many. Whew. Raise your own food. Plant you a garden. It doesn't take much space. Like I said when I first started these videos, for I'm going to say 30 by 24 garden, and doing great. It produced enough to feed my family, keep us in. I think it's going to do enough to keep us in pickles for the rest of the year and into next year. Salsa, I don't know. We are a salsa eating family, so, but we ain't gonna have to buy salsa for 3 or 4 months. Deer chili this year, we're gonna have that covered. I ain't gonna have to go out and buy tomatoes for my dill chili. So that's good. Saving money, saving money. That's what the gardening's all about. And if this guy can do it, trust me, you can do it. That's the garden update. I hope you all enjoy it. Like I said, I got some plans for next year. We're going to do some different things and hopefully even get even more production out of fewer plants. I want to be able to feed my family with as few plants as possible. We'll see if we can do it. Remember, Wild for the Outdoors isn't always about killing stuff. It's also about planting seeds and growing. And that's what we're doing here, living on what God provides. So, hey, get out there, grow your garden. I don't care if it's that big. You know, do it. It'll make you feel better in here, and you'll know where your food comes from. Don't expect it to look like the old food that you see in those big stores, you know, with bell peppers as big as my face. That might not happen, but they're going to be good, and they're going to be plentiful, and you can do it. So, thanks for watching. Love y'all. God bless. I'll see you next time. Get your Burley Balm today at www.burleybomb.com. Keep it simple, keep it pure.